Hi, welcome to Endeavor BS. Thank you for joining us for happy hour. BS stands for Brewing and Spirits, of course. So this is our Mom's Day edition.
Yeah.
Woo. How you guys feeling about that? A whole weekend.
I feel like I'm ready for a drink, and it hasn't even started.
And there are no kids currently touching me, which is also like the best Mother's Day gift.
Yeah, that'll last about 30 minutes.
Yeah,
till our kids come in.
My kids are not here. So.
You're like, they were not invited. And even if they would have been, they're not coming.
Well, we do have drinks on the way for us. So first, let's just tell who's here. So I'm Kari. I'm the general manager of Endeavor Brewing and Spirits, and we're joined with Meg Talmadge.
Hi, I am Scott's better half, and I do like the marketing and social media and our can and label designs.
Like
here.
a boss.
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm with Columbus Girls Pine Out. I've kind of been involved with that group since, I want to say like 2014. It's been a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that they've been around.
What's so funny is I think this building might have been, I wasn't able to attend, but this building might have been where the very first Columbus Girls Pine Out event ever happened.
So many memories.
Like a long time ago.
So tell us a little bit about what is Girls Pine Out for people that don't know.
Sure. So we have chapters in cities across the country, but what we do is really try to build and foster a community of, women in beer, whether it's just people who are participating by coming to our events. If somebody actively wants to learn more, we try and have, a scope of different opportunities. Obviously, this past year, like with everyone, our events have kind of not been something that's happening. But, we're starting to look at, brighter days where it's nicer outside, more people are getting vaccinated. So, hopefully that's something that returns on the horizon.
Did you guys do any virtual events with Girls Pine In?
That would have been a good thing for us to call it.
I feel like
too late.
I know, right? Well, we could still do it. We're putting out
true.
surveys.
We always kind of thought about the idea, but it kind of also felt like everybody was a little bit like virtual evented out. We just kind of, we played around with like making sure to share like local Columbus beer news, ideas, things like that. And just kind of to let the community know that we're still here and ready when it's, we can actually like have a pint in person.
That's awesome. So if anyone was interested in joining.
Yeah, and the membership is actually just attending events. So, it's
nice.
Easy enough. And we do have Columbus Girls Pine Out on Facebook. That's probably the way we kind of are best at getting our information out. But Girls Pine Out in general, girlspineout.org is the website for the entire group. You can find chapters such as Columbus through that site. But the other nice thing is if you're going to be traveling, like if you randomly have to go to Tampa or Indianapolis, you can always check the other chapters and see if they have events going on that coincide with your trip.
That's awesome.
It's kind of nice, yeah. Especially like if you're going to Grand Rapids, Michigan ever. Those girls are so fun.
Right by my hometown. I'm from Holland, Michigan.
So there is a Holland chapter. There's a Grand Rapids chapter.
There is a
Grand
chapter.
Haven
Michigan
chapter.
loves their beer.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really good to know. Next time I go visit my dad and my brother, I'll be like,
And
I'll see you guys in a couple hours when I text you for a ride.
Right, and they are fun. They are a fun group. They there's a lot of really great chapters up in Michigan. Cincinnati also has a pretty good chapter. Again, they have been, not really holding the in-person events either, but they're a good group once things get started again. So even if you just kind of need ideas for, places to visit, even if there's not an event, they're always happy to answer questions, direct you towards breweries that might be a little more your style.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And I know you have gone to a lot of their events too.
So I am a co-leader with Kristen and with Emily too. Emily couldn't be on today. She's like going to buy a house in Southeast Ohio. And I was like, in Bremen? You want to buy a house in Bremen? Like,
all the important things.
No, she's not. She's like more towards West Virginia. Yeah. So they were looking at like different cabins and stuff, and they like sold their RV like right before the pandemic, and she was like, worst mistake ever.
Yeah.
So I felt really bad. Yeah, it was bad. And then she was like, I'm pregnant. So this is a really good time. This is great timing. So now she's got her baby.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
she's like crazy.
Yeah, she's got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we like didn't even get to see her because it was like she got pregnant right after the lockdown or right before during the lockdown. And that's probably why, because everybody was like locked in their house and they're like, well, there's nothing to do. Let's get pregnant. Might as well. Like I know like 3 people who got pregnant during lockdown.
Not this girl.
I was going to say.
No, I had a baby during lockdown, which was like crazy.
Yeah.
I will say I've mostly only seen that with first-time families, like first-time parents. Not a lot of, you know.
That's true. That's
people
really
that
true.
are like locked in with the kids, I haven't been adding to theirs as much. So
They're kind of like, we're locked in here. I want to kill the world.
exactly.
And then you have the first-time parents like, wouldn't it be so great?
We
have
just have all this time
person
together.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful.
Like their kids aren't walking out. Like, let's just do another one. It's so easy. And then like halfway through the pregnancy, they're like, what were we thinking?
They're so naive to who Blippi is. Like, you have no idea the rabbit hole you're about to go down.
Can you imagine not knowing who Blippi is?
Oh man,
Coco Melon.
I did go down the rabbit hole about who Blippi is.
Oh,
You guys ever do that?
Oh, I did.
No.
Oh, I Googled him and I Googled his net worth. And I was like, for real.
We immediately stopped watching Blippi.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I didn't know there was anything wrong with him. I think he's like a airline pilot, or not a. He was an Air Force pilot who started the show. Like
No.
He's always been a YouTube sensation.
Yeah, but
prior to finding his fame and fortune,
this ends Blippi in the house.
oh, it ends Blippi.
Okay.
It ends. Yeah, he found his fame and fortune via YouTube a different way. Yeah, immediately I'm like,
tapes on
oh
YouTube?
my God.
Was it a sex tape?
Miles.
Hey, Miles. You walked in at the right time.
Right?
Perfect. Perfect.
Thank you.
Just, you know, child like celebrities have their dark past.
Or that Ryan's World
Yeah.
kid. He's worth like something like $6.5 million a month.
Yeah.
That's his income per month or something. I'm
He's
like, are you
number
kidding me?
3?
Are you kidding? Yeah. You're opening toys, and now I have to go buy those.
Yeah.
And secondly, you played with the McDonald's toy wrong.
Yeah, and
I also real mad about the
There you
McDonald's toy.
I also went down the complete rabbit hole of his parents too, because I'm that person. I watch way too many TED Talks, and I go down rabbit holes of information.
Rabbit holes are great.
Yeah, and his mom was incarcerated for stealing.
Oh yeah, but wasn't it like
Yeah.
something like minor? Like it was just like a little.
It was clothing when she was 19.
Yeah.
but still.
Oh no, she was 19.
I'm not saying don't buy Ryan's World. We're not saying that.
No.
That's all Lincoln wants.
Yeah.
Oh.
Until
But,
he
like-
discovered King Kong.
Oh, that's fun.
He's not seen the movie.
right, but like the
He's-
idea.
Yeah, it's like
But he
Jurassic
wa-
Park. My
he
kid's
watches
never
the
seen
trailer
Jurassic
over
Park,
and
but-
over and over.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Is it like King Kong versus Godzilla? Is that the one that he's watching?
Yeah. So he has an older cousin who's going to be 9, and that cousin, you know, is all about all the things, which I think it's PG-13, but still too much for little Lincoln. So he tells him all the things, and then he comes home and he's like, he was 3, I think, when he told us he needed a Nintendo Switch. And so we're like, we just made an arbitrary number. We're like, buddy, those are only made for kids that are 6 and older. Well, now he's going to be 6 in July. And this kid has a memory like an elephant. So what do you want your birthday theme to be? Nintendo Switch.
You told me.
Yep.
Yep, they never forget those kind of things.
They do not. And I will say, Nintendo Switch was like one of our Christmas presents for the kids. And
Is it great?
It's pretty
It's
fun.
definitely a Christmas present for myself.
Okay.
And we actually did buy it for ourselves. And we play
That's
Mario
awesome.
Kart. Like, that's who changes the diapers.
We do that. We got the
It's a
Wii
war.
during pandemic, and so he got all into that. And the best part is he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go old school with this."
Oh, I love
Yeah, you're playing with
kids
it,
old
yeah.
school.
Oh, my
It's
We're going
God.
old
amazing.
school. Well, cheers, ladies.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, I
You're doing,
already started. I'm like, yeah, I got to have
all
a
right.
drink. Cheers.
Caribbean mule here with some aged rum. Oh, so good. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
We got to call in Christine. I told her 5 minutes ago I was going to call her. This is my story of my life. I will be there in 5
That's
minutes.
really good.
Sorry, my kid threw up on me. I'll call you again. Give me 5 minutes.
Or you get the car loaded, everything's done. It's middle of winter. You have him in the car seat, jackets off, everything. I have to use the bathroom. Of course you do.
I literally, like,
I don't know why. I would have assumed.
I had to
Right.
stop at different people's houses in Columbus, like in the last month, to be like, I have to stop at your house. My son has to pee. And you're like, I know where you live. I'm stopping at your house. Like, my friend Michelle just had a baby, like, and she was just like, what?
Mhm.
I was like, you're home, right?
It's
So-
it's
Use
interesting
your
the
bathroom.
weird things that happen.
Yeah, I have texted a friend to be like, hey, my son just peed in your bushes. Sorry about that.
I was on the phone with her a couple days ago, and Lincoln comes in. He opened the slider. He had been outside in our backyard, and he opened the slider. And he walks into the office, and I'm like, I look at him I'm like, were you just outside? He goes, yeah, I need sanitizer. And I'm like, did you just pee outside? Is that why you need hand sanitizer? He's like, yeah, Dad wets me.
Yeah.
Boys pee outside. I'm like, okay.
Yep. I have a feeling my daughter's
Not
gonna
when
pee
they have
outside.
2 toilets within like.
No, my son literally has a door. Or my son has the door. Well, my kids do on the house. You go back to like the back door and just open it, and right to the left is the bathroom. He will like pee right to the right of the door, and he's like, "No, I'm not going in the bathroom. There's a bush right by the door."
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, you know what? At least you're not peeing
Yeah.
in like a diaper anymore,
Yeah, that's
Or-
a win.
or
Yes.
your pants.
Yeah,
I'll take
my
it.
sister when her son, went through that phase where I'm a boy, I pee outside. So her 2 younger daughters, her husband comes home and she's in the backyard teaching them how to pee outside. And my brother-in-law Nathan, he's like, "What is happening right now, Amy?" And she's like, "Girls can do anything boys can do. If
like
Jack's
it.
allowed to pee outside in the backyard, these girls are going to be peeing outside in the backyard." And it was real quick that Jack started peeing in the house again.
So my brother, his nephew, so it's my sister-in-law's sister's kids. They were in Martha's Vineyard of all places, at like a really, really high-end, nice restaurant. And Noah just like got up, and he was like maybe like 4, and Charlotte was like 3. And my brother said he just like stood up and walked over to the bushes at this restaurant and drops his pants like to his ankles. And my brother was like, "What is he doing?" And then they were like, Brett, get your kid. Your kid's peeing in the bushes. And my brother is like not that way. He's like so mortified. He's like, "Oh my God, the kids are peeing in the bush. What do I do?" And then his wife yells, "Brett, can you get our kids? Can you get our kids? They're peeing in the bush."
Yeah.
And my brother just said it was like the worst experience of his life. He was like, I can't have kids ever. I
Lincoln
can't
did
have
that a
kids."
couple weeks ago. We were at Phoenix Brewing Company in Mansfield,
Oh my
Ohio.
God, yes.
And luckily there was like 3 or 4 tables on the patio. It was super slow. And I look over, Lincoln drops pants and starts peeing on the grass. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Lincoln.
And at what age
This
do
is-
boys just
he
not
goes-
drop all the way
and
to
he's
their
just like-
ankles?
He's just like this. He's like, "What? I'm allowed to pee outside." And I'm like, "Oh, we need to have so many talks with your father." Like, there needs to be so many discussions.
All right, we gotta call in.
Who are we calling in?
This is Christine, and she runs the Beer and Body, which is another women's beer group here in Columbus, which is awesome. And I'll let her tell you about it. I've been to like one or two of their things after I discovered them, and then I was pregnant, so I couldn't go anymore. And then I went to one still. I didn't drink, but okay. Do I need to?
Can you hear it? It's really loud.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So I have two people here with me today. Kristen from Girls Pint Out, who I think have you met?
I don't know if we have met.
Maybe not. And then Kari, who is our general manager. And why don't you tell all of our sweet listeners of 4 people who you are? Is that right? Oh no, that's not how many people are watching.
Like
just
400.
kidding. It's 400. Cool. Just kidding.
Meg doesn't know math. It's okay.
I don't know math.
Well, hi, welcome. Are you there?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm driving, so I may go in and out on you.
Okay.
Happy Nurses Week.
Well, thank you. I'm student nurse and a month in, but we're getting there.
Yeah. Hey, it's still a thing. So,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
why don't you tell everybody about the Beer and Body, like what you guys do?
So it actually started. I'm an admin for Ohio. One of I believe there's 5 or 6 of us. And it was actually started by Kate Christensen, who originated in Ohio. She's actually from Columbus. She currently resides in Texas. And the way it all started was she enjoys beer. She also has the whole body, mind, spirit thing going on. And she was seeing a personal trainer who told her she couldn't drink beer if she was going to train with him. And she's like, no. And so she stopped seeing the personal trainer, and she continued to drink her beer and created this, yes, exactly, and created this group, mainly because it's such a male-dominated industry that she wanted a safe space for women to be able to ask questions, be educated, learn more, and not be mansplained.
Yes.
And while also creating a community. So that actually started September of this year. I believe we'll make 4 years. And actually, Cinco de Mayo is 3 years. Cinco de Mayo just this past Wednesday was 3 years that I've gotten into craft beer. Somebody, one of my former co-admins who stepped down, found me not long after the group was started, invited me to the group. I became an admin in January of the following year, and it was just all downhill after that. I got sucked in really fast.
Yeah.
And it's been a blast ever since.
It's fun. They're kind of similar. Like Girls Pint Out and Beer and Body are similar in some ways, but very different in the same way. But like the cool thing is like if you're not having an event with like Girls Pint Out, there's always something going on in the Beer and Body. Like people are always like, hey, do you want to like come to this brewery? I'm going here. Or like, hey,
Yep.
I'm sitting at this brewery. And you learn a lot about like other breweries through their group too. Cause they like, it's like a main chat, I guess. Or that's what I'm in at least.
Who was that was just talking? I don't know who else.
That was me, Meg. That was me. Sorry.
Okay. So one of the things that I did, and other admins have kind of followed in my footsteps, one of the things that I did, because I'm a very social person by nature, is I created a chat before Facebook started group chats that they have since taken away. I started a Columbus chat because it is such a populated area. And I think, I don't remember the last count. I want to say there's between 60 and 70 girls in just the Columbus chat. So that has grown for the last, 2.5 years or so, since I became an admin. And there are, some of my best friends have come from this group. I've met friends across the country. I'm friends with girls in Michigan that I'm co-admins with. One of my best friends is in Newark, who I'm a co-admin with. I've met Meg. I've met Lori Duncan from Noctera. I've met Meg Spires from Spires Brewing.
I played her in volleyball a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I was like, yeah, I love her. She's great.
Yeah. but it's just, yeah, it's been awesome.
So anybody
made a
that
trip to
wants
King-
to get involved, how
Like-
they go about that?
Yeah.
You can invite your friends. You can find. I would have to. I don't have my phone. I don't have my phone handy. I've got everybody on speaker because I'm driving. But you can find. It's under craft. I'm trying to think what the Ohio one is. Meg, help me out.
It's
I believe it's under
Craft Beer
B
Girls
ampersand.
B&B Ohio.
Yeah, B ampersand body.
Yeah. So if you ever want to like
Ohio
look
is how
at
you can find it.
the group is the group is Craft Beer Girls B&B Ohio. Like if you're gonna search, that's the thing. And then like also join the main group because the main group's pretty cool because you get people from all over the place and it's really fun to see. And they just have so much cool stuff going on that you didn't like. I think that people don't realize how many women are in the beer industry.
Yeah, they absolutely don't.
And they're like, oh, what beer? Well, women like beer, and you're like, women run beer. I'm sorry, like we do.
Women started beer.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't realize that women started craft beer.
Yeah, like who do you think was making all that beer? The men? They
Exactly.
They can like cook grilled cheese. They don't count. Like I made my son a grilled cheese for dinner, and you're like, you definitely are not making beer. I mean, well, Cameron makes beer, and he's really good, but don't tell him I said that. I'll tell him I said that. I will definitely tell him.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how many women were in the group. So we do have the main group, which is like I said, I'm in nursing school. I work full time. I'm in nursing school full time, and I'm actually on my way to pick up my son. So I really don't have a lot of free time currently. Last time I looked, I believe there was like 27, creeping up on 28,000 women nationwide. Yeah. In Ohio, we have like 15 or 1,600 women in Ohio.
1,700
and the numbers grow every day.
Yeah.
How many? Australia and Europe and
it's really cool.
So each state has their own subset. We have gone international. We have the wellness group. We have beer and bites, which is food. We have best friends, which is pets. We have a homebrew group because we do have women who do make their own beer. We have, trying to think what else.
There is a brewery owners, like specific for brewery owners, which is really nice. So if you are like a woman in the industry, like, and you're an owner, it's really nice. Like I know Lori's in it. I know, there's a couple women in the Columbus area that are in it, and it's really helpful because they'll post something, and I'll be like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like that's a thing. Like,
see, and that's something. That's something that I'm not privy to because I'm not an owner. But there are resources that are available that makes it nice for everybody. There's something out there for everyone.
Yeah, like the craft one. I'm sorry, that's like my favorite
I was just
thing
saying
ever.
We had the craft group. Yeah.
The crafting, it's like people who craft like me. Like, what are you guys scrapbooking today?
Well, and the cool thing about it is that like when COVID was going on, I wasn't one of them because like I said, I was super busy. But there, like Melissa Gatton, one of our admins for the craft group actually, will do Zoom chat for craft, and everybody can craft together, even if you're in a different state.
That's awesome.
I mean, it is. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
I can hear my children in the background screaming. If you can hear my children,
it could be Lincoln doing his Kong.
No, that would be
bit.
I can tell it's Fitz.
Yeah, it's not Lincoln. I was just trying to make you feel better.
It's definitely Fitz. Rose sitting there like mean mugging everyone. Like our kids are here.
He's more like.
Yeah, no, Fitz is a screamer. And then Rose just looks at you and when she looks at you like you're an idiot, you feel like an idiot. I'm like, oh, God, my kids are going to come to this podcast, guys? Are we kidding yourselves here?
She's probably going to keep that her entire life,
too, oh, she is. She's the people are going to, she's going to waste people with her looks. Like, she just looks at you and you're like, I'm sorry, you can have it. Fine. Like, shit. Just
take my car keys, whatever.
Yeah, God. Okay, fine. You can take all my credit cards out and lose half of them, and I'll tell your dad it was me. Which actually happened. Like, twice.
Uh-huh. The baby lost the crap.
No, the one she did.
You can't see this right now because you're on speakerphone, but there's heavy air quotes happening. We all know you.
I know. So I am notorious for losing my credit card. Like Scott was like, you really should have one of the business cards. And I literally looked at him and then I was like, are you kidding? And then he was like, you should never have a business card. And I was like, thank you very much. And then he's like, at least like take a picture of it. So when you go, and I'm like, nope. So you guys, I secretly, like, I know he's not listening and I know he's not going to look this up. I put everything on my Nordstrom's card.
Smart.
Everything.
You told me
because
that
I get
before.
points. I put one day, like Cameron couldn't find Scott, and it was like before our cards had come in or like something. He was like, oh, I don't have the card. And I was like, oh, here, just put it on this one. It was a grain order. You guys, it was like $6,000. I was like,
awesome.
oh my God, I just got $45
That's awesome.
to Nordstrom.
My friend Janelle puts everything on her Ulta, and then she goes there and she has like $257 in credit, and she never pays for shampoo or makeup or anything because she puts all her bills on her Ulta credit card, other than like her mortgage and stuff.
That's
But
smart though. If
groceries,
you think about it.
restaurants,
Oh, yeah.
gas.
Like I put everything business on my Nordstrom's card because I'm like,
We're
I'm
paying
getting
for
paid
things
then.
we shouldn't have to pay for.
Or I
Like
put it on my
shampoo.
REI
No, I'm
card.
just
You guys,
People pay for that.
yeah, who pays for shampoo? I'm like on my like 70th packet of like shampoo and conditioner samples right now. I ran out and then I was like, I'm just gonna. Well, that's cool. Our kid, there's the kids.
Oh.
My kids think this is a playground. They don't understand that this is like an actual business where people come to drink beer.
Lincoln knows it's a business.
Yeah, Lincoln does. But
Lincoln
like,
knows it's a business. He pours people ginger ale and charges them 25 cents and then says, thank you for your business, and puts it in his pocket.
That's the
he's
best.
so smart.
great.
He's so smart.
A little entrepreneur there.
I'm
such a
okay with
hustler.
it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
You know what? Teach him young.
He was really excited that Adrian was here when he got here, so 'cause they make simple syrups.
Fitz the other day was like, Mom, I need to go to the brewery and brew beer. And I was like,
That's so cute.
what? Why? And he was like, because that's what Dad is doing right now. And I feel like I would be better. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, Dad is stupid right now. And I went, we don't say stupid. And he goes, yeah, you're
Meanwhile,
right.
you're
He's just
laughing
not
really
smart
hard in
sometimes.
bed.
Oh, I was hysterically laughing on the inside.
See what's so
Look at Ro. She's like, I got you a cup. Yeah, we can bring him on in. Yeah. So, Christy, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna bring the kids on now. So,
Thank you. It
know,
was really nice
wish us
chatting
luck.
with you.
have a
Great meeting
beer.
you.
Have a beer, girl.
All right, so
All
we'll
right,
have
Fun.
Lincoln.
Not until you're done driving.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry. Wow. Wow, Meg. Oh my God.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Have a beer when you get home. I've got some hammock for you, so you need to stop by.
I was gonna say, do you have any more hammocks for me?
I do.
Yeah, we
I
have
have. I have a special surprise, so you actually have to stop by sometime this week. I got you two
see, I have
surprises,
my-
or like maybe next
Uh-oh.
week or whenever. They don't expire, so you're good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I
one.
told Jolene.
One doesn't expire.
I
One
told
doesn't
Jolene-
expire.
Did you meet Jolene when we were there January of last year?
Yes.
Little tiny thing, like comes to my shoulder. Yeah.
I think I did, and then I was like super preggo at that time, and I was like, I hate my life.
You were. I
Yeah.
still haven't met your baby, by the way.
Oh, I know. You know what? This is a lot of people's first time meeting her.
Is she gonna come in too?
Roro,
She's right
she's
there.
not coming.
I thought it was
don't know.
just the
No,
boys.
she's look at her. Look at her. She's dancing to the music.
But
But she didn't get that from me
All
or
right.
Scott. All right,
I think
girl.
thank
Well,
you so much. It was really
yeah,
nice
let me know when you're
meeting
coming
you.
back in. We'll see you soon.
You can bring Lincoln in.
All right, here we go.
All right.
All right, bye, girl.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi. Have a
Come
seat.
on in, Fitz.
You all right?
Come here, bud. Come on. You're gonna sit with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? Go the. Okay.
Hey, Lincoln, can
Tiny.
you do a test? Thank you.
All right, buddy. Come on.
Okay.
Can you go test, test?
Test.
All right, we can all hear you. Can you hear
Say
us?
Test, test.
Yes.
Yeah?
I can't hear anything.
That's you. Did you hear?
Oh. Yeah. Hi. Hi.
So guess what we're
Hi.
doing? Hi, Fitz.
Can you hear me with my regular mouth?
Yep, we can hear you perfect.
Yeah, we can hear you so loud.
Okay, no yelling. Kid.
I got it. I turned his down to like half capacity here. Adjust Fitz's
Like
mic.
we're used to being around kids.
All right. All right. Hey, Fitz, can you introduce yourself to us and tell us who you are?
Fitzy.
Fitzy. How old are you?
But here she.
You're 3?
3 years old.
Hey, honey, don't yell.
Hey, can you tell us your name and who you are?
My name's Lincoln, and I'm the biggest. Then. I don't know.
That's okay. If it comes to you, just shout it out. It's no
Fitz.
problem.
I'm bigger than Fitz.
That's true. How old are you? You're older than Fitz.
I am 5 years old.
That's right.
And I'm 3 old.
Yeah.
3 old. Free.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What's your favorite color?
My kids were not invited.
Green and orange.
Green.
Orange.
What's your favorite color?
Blue. My favorite blue too.
Can you switch? No, that's okay. You can switch whenever.
Lincoln just switched about a week and a half ago. It was yellow his whole life, and now it's blue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so quick question. Do you guys believe in Sasquatch? What about you, Fitz?
That's
a big
Bigfoot.
question.
Me too.
That's
You
Bigfoot.
do, yeah.
I don't get what you're talking about.
Do you know who Bigfoot is?
He's a giant ape.
Yeah.
He's like King Kong but smaller.
Do you think he's
Yeah.
real? Or do you think that he's just pretend?
My mom said he's real in the forest. But
That's right.
my sister said he's real too.
Yeah. Yeah. Rover's little. Yeah. So she definitely.
Where do you think he lives?
He is in the forest.
Yeah.
Wow. What does he eat?
Actually, in the woods. He eats meat.
Meat? Just meat? He's just a carnivore?
I think he eats
Yeah.
bananas.
You think he eats bananas too?
He doesn't eat bananas.
He might. Yeah,
Well, it's important to have your protein and your potassium.
And meat.
Oh,
Yeah, he
there you
eats
go.
both.
What about his veggies? Do you think he eats broccoli? I bet he eats broccoli.
Yeah, he eats bananas, broccoli, and meat. No.
Loving the little trees.
He lives and he lives in a secret cave. It's invisible.
It's invisible?
Yes. Wait a minute. He is invisible. You could just see him right through. Yeah, he gets to see my dinner.
Well,
And he struggles, and then he blew out the campfire.
hey, take turns.
And he's strong. He can carry trees and knock down trees. That's why he's strong and cool.
Oh. Who do you think's stronger?
He's-
Bigfoot or Hulk?
I think King Kong's stronger.
King Kong.
Yeah.
Hey, here's my
think
question.
Hulk.
If his cave is invisible, then how do we know he exists?
You have to discover the forest first and then look for him. Yeah. So you know. I'm not done.
You discover the forest?
Hey,
It's okay.
I'm not done yet.
It's okay because everybody just talks, you know, it's a
It's a live chat.
live
a live chat.
YouTube channel. So everybody, why don't we just like put our hands up and then that person gets to talk? How about that? All right.
And you have to discover the force so you don't know the force is not scary.
Oh, all right. Hey, pass the mic to Fitz now. Say okay.
Okay, and he is in a tree fort.
Oh, yeah, we saw his tree fort, didn't we?
That means Sasquatch wasn't there, but we thought he was finding somewhere food.
Yeah.
And he were far away in Colorado.
Yeah.
I like it. So he has a cave and a tree fort.
Yeah.
I like it. So he can weekend different places.
Yes.
Cool.
That's
100 pounds.
perfect.
One of them's in Glacier Ridge Park.
There you
I don't know
go.
if you've
That's
ever been
prime
there.
real estate.
I know, right by Emily's house.
Yes, Lincoln.
Like, the
Stop!
It's okay. Go ahead.
Everyone play soccer.
Just do your namaste. Just take a deep breath. Podcasts, there's a lot going on. It's okay.
And
It's a mommy's
I have to tell you something, Fitz.
drinking.
I have to tell you something, Fitz.
We'll tell Fitz that. I don't think he can hear you.
Is King Kong real or is he fake?
King Kong
Lincoln just asked Fitz a question.
Is King Kong real, buddy?
Yes. You're correct, because Skull Island's real and he lives there. Yep, he does.
So who's stronger than King Kong or the Hulk?
Okay. Hulk. He gets angry and he wins.
Hey, Fitz is raising his hand.
Okay. And Hulk is Sasquatch or does Hulks?
They're all Hulks? But
What?
Sasquatch isn't green.
What?
But
Maybe underneath his fur.
We're
yeah.
learning
Do you
so
think anyone's
much.
ever shaved a Sasquatch to see?
Yeah.
Give him a haircut. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You think a Sasquatch is green?
But he is way far away. Of course, no. What?
No yelling. No yelling.
So what color do you think he is under the fur?
Green.
What color do you think?
I think he's brown. Or purple. I think it's light brown. Yeah. Or green.
Yeah, it could be any of those because we don't
There's a lot
know.
of options.
Maybe it's all those colors.
Maybe it is.
Maybe he's a rainbow under his fur. On his brown fur.
Yeah.
We need to shave that off. Where's this?
Okay.
Where's the spaghetti truck?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
he's
not
gonna
here
make it
tonight.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty light.
But
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
pizza place right down the street. You need to talk to Scott and say, I need pizza now.
Why is he saying that? That's so
Hey,
hilarious.
let me ask you guys a question. Did you know that it's Mother's Day this Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah? Did you know that, Fitz?
Hey, Fitzy, what are you going to do for Mother's Day? Are we going to eat
Sounds
in
about
bed?
right.
Are we going to eat in bed?
What's your plan for Mother's Day?
Out.
Eat breakfast in bed?
Outside.
We're going to put the bed.
Okay, this Mother's Day I'll give my mom a present.
That's nice.
Is it a surprise or can you tell me now what it is?
It's
It's a secret. I can only tell you when we get in the car.
Okay.
Okay, hey.
Here you guys
Hey.
talk about these.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for so long. I've been
Hey, Mom.
Where they're here.
Mom, can I show Fitz the buttons?
Yes, you can push one or two buttons. Sure. Yeah.
I think he wants to hear all of them.
Okay.
And just the rainbow ones.
We'll do this one.
I want to do it.
Well, okay. You can pick one button and then Fitz can pick one button.
Spots.
Well, no. All right, pick one.
Whoa.
What was that one? How did you know those buttons did that? Okay. Yeah, cool. All right.
I want
This
to hear them.
Fitz, do you want to push a button?
You want to push a button, buddy?
I want to hear them. What was the two of them? What was the two of them? I want to hear.
Spooky.
All right.
Really
You want to pick one more? Pick
Got
one
red
of
in
these.
that.
It's like magic.
Magic. Hey,
You want to hear it?
Fitz, come here. Why don't you tell people about your magic?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, watch out. Oh, go on there.
All right. Okay, so your husband just brought something in here for you to talk about.
Real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, so these are the coolest things ever. This is called TagaBrew. And, oh, you're so kind. I wasn't going to let
Here, come put your headset back on. Yeah, we'll do that in a little bit. But Meg has something to talk about, so let's make sure that we let her talk, okay?
That's
We got a couple more minutes, then you can go play with Daddy.
I want
Okay,
to hear what the other buttons are.
Oh, you cut your finger? My bad. My bad. Okay, so Scott just brought in these really cool TagaBrew lanyards, and
I'm gonna text our husbands.
The husband text is the most vital part of parenting ever.
send them out.
yeah.
I'm really bye.
Yeah.
Send them out. All right, guys. I'm gonna take these headphones. Oh, I know. You did a great job. Don't lose this, okay? Actually, can I have mine back just for a little bit while I talk about this, and you can have it? Okay, cool. All right.
I guess, and if my kids are watching this, I'm sorry I didn't invite you, but I'm not really sorry. But I love you.
I love you.
Are we ready for Scott and Ryan to come
What?
grab them?
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Okay.
is the
Go
question?
this way.
Meg's gonna
Go behind.
talk about this.
Yeah.
So let's pay attention and let's show her some respect, okay? Awesome.
Oh. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds louder than I thought it did.
Bigfoot. I
Okay.
found Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah, there is a Bigfoot. Fitz, do you want to see it? See this? It's a Bigfoot. Okay, so this is a really cool thing. I don't know if Scott told you about it, but I'm so excited. Have you seen these yet, Kristen?
I don't know if I have seen these.
Okay, so these are TagaBrew. And so a lot of Columbus breweries are doing them. I think there's 19 or something have signed up. I mean, that changes literally daily because it's so cool. And they're all across the country. That's what happens when you let a child in here. Disclaimer. Fitzroy, you touch it again and you're going to time out, buddy. I didn't want to use my mom voice on the podcast or on
It's
the
on
YouTube.
Mother's Day.
You wanna go
I know. Welcome to Mother's Day.
for a
You
second?
see the real
Okay,
mom.
we got a
in
couple more
me.
minutes. All right, so TagaBrew.
Okay, so TagaBrew, you go to whatever brewery you're going to, and it's kind of like the ale trail, but it's not because it's forever and you get to keep it. So you get a little memory tag and it says Endeavor Brewing and Spirits, Columbus, Ohio, TagaBrew. And every brewery that you go to has, not every, but a lot of them. Sorry, my son just
got
about
eyes
walked
on
out the
him.
door.
I got eyes on him.
That kid is going to be the death of me. You can count it on you.
I think he's opening the door. He's being
What's
a gentleman.
TagaBrew?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
So what TagaBrew is you have these little copper tags, okay? And they say what brewery you just went to. And you collect them on this keychain. And then some of them have their own charm. So ours, of course, has a Sasquatch and mountains because
Bigfoot.
obviously
I'm a
we,
Bigfoot.
yeah.
Ooh.
Bigfoot.
Ooh, the tides.
So, there are some breweries, like I know Noctera has a moth, and I forget, like a couple other ones have like not their emblem, because they don't do your emblem, they do like a close symbol to it. And I was like, well, since they don't have a compass, then we need to have Sasquatch, and they don't have a compass with Sasquatch. So I think there's actually like.
Come in and get 'em. All right. Do you want to say bye to all your YouTube fans?
Bye.
Yeah, that sounds like a good offer.
Wow, there's way more than 19 on it in Ohio that have this.
Oh, wow.
Bye, guys. Yeah, there's like all of these.
Yeah, it's pretty big in Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan has like 230. I think that's where they're from, actually. Where like started. And I know Colorado's gaining a lot of traction too. Like,
it's really
we always
fun.
go to Lariat Lodge, which is like one of my favorite places, just because the owners are the coolest, and they're right in Evergreen, right by our house. So we go there a lot, and they were looking at it, and the owner was like, "Is this cool or what?" And I was like, "Yeah, we've been waiting on ours to come in for like 3 weeks. I'm so excited." It's like another like way you can, you know.
Yeah, we had talked about it, and I didn't know he had gone ahead and ordered it. That's great.
Yes, I was like, "You will order these, husband, or else." And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm still not going to listen to you."
I want Pretentious to get some because
I wonder if Pretentious is on here.
I see them,
I didn't see them either, but I figured they probably would.
but
How do you guys feel about bourbon right now?
I'm always good
Okay.
with bourbon.
Wait, what? Which one is it? I still gotta try.
My favorite.
The Fireside. Oh, okay. Can I get a honey badger?
Okay. You want
Actually,
bourbon?
I had that honey badger last night, and it was so good. I've been like,
really?
I need another honey badger. It's like I don't even know what's in the honey badger. Is it rum or? Oh no, it's gin.
It's delicious.
I'm a gin.
Lavender honey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a honey badger then.
You sure?
Well, I don't know. I'm just bring me something.
It's like
and I'll drink it and I'll like it.
the bourbon's like a smoked bourbon.
Okay.
They light it. Excuse me. They light it on fire in front of you. Well, maybe
Fire's not so great.
maybe
right
not
now.
Yeah.
fire tonight,
All right.
like right here, but you know.
Like we probably don't want to set fire to your equipment.
Or we could just let them pick what
you
cocktail
know.
they're gonna bring us.
Ooh, I like that as a surprise.
Ooh.
I'm all for surprises.
All right,
like-
let's do that.
Do 3 different ones. Don't screw it up.
Like, have any of you done the the Columbus Food Adventure Trust Fall meals?
No, but I saw you did, and I've wanted to do it.
Them.
For
I think
so
we've done
long.
it a total of 3 times, and it's the best because, you know, especially like with the pandemic and just having everybody not being able to get out, you know, it was really nice to have a dinner just show up and you didn't know where it was from until that time, unless you cheated and watched the video beforehand, which my husband did.
Oh, I
But
would.
I would not. I was
never
adamant.
make
I
it.
was like, I need the surprise. What's so funny is I turned 40 in the pandemic, so I had like a pandemic 40th birthday party, which was like cake and
Yeah.
a trust
February
fall meal.
2nd.
Yeah.
December 3rd, yeah. And I was trying to decide between getting Bonifacio because their Boodle Night package is like so amazing, and they're not far from here. So I'm
Yeah,
not sure if
they
you've
have a
tried them.
drive-through, which
Yeah.
is even better.
It's so good.
I don't even get out of my car. I'm
And
like,
I couldn't decide between Bonifacio or Trust Fall for my birthday, and then we did Trust Fall, and it ended up being Bonifacio, and I was like, this was meant to be.
yeah, you're like, and I know. See, my thing with it is like I'm allergic to peanuts,
That's
so
true.
I really want to do it, but I'm so scared.
Yeah, I think that you can like kind of.
Can I
email
say like,
them.
don't kill me?
Yeah, I think that like if it's like I would just let them know, and like if you sign up for a night where like you should not sign up, maybe they notify you. But I've also noticed they've been doing something that's really cool lately, which is kind of giving you the area of town, the proteins, and I think also maybe like if it's spicy or not spicy, even though that's kind of relative. So I've been keeping my eyes on the things because, like, you know, we're moms. It's nice when you don't have to cook, and it's even nicer when you don't have to cook or plan.
Yeah, that is really nice. You're just
I
like,
have
here
to
it is.
admit, my husband does 95% of the cooking.
So my husband.
You're a
And I went to
chef?
culinary
Wait,
school.
She went to culinary school, and
you
her
really?
husband is like,
He's
oh,
such a
I'll
good
cook,
cook.
and I'm like,
amazing.
He's such a good cook.
what?
Yeah.
I can't even like when Scott cooks.
Yeah.
I'm like, where'd you order it from?
No, he's so good.
So Bob, he mostly cooks and he does the laundry.
What? How?
I have to put laundry away. But
No, that's the worst part. I do the laundry. I would totally do the laundry
but see,
if I didn't
now
have to
my
put it
kids
away.
are getting old enough that they're like excited about putting laundry away. So like it's definitely the better job.
So
Lincoln
that
really likes
actually
matching
counts.
soxes.
It does.
Which is funny because that's the job everybody hates.
No one
and
likes
Lincoln
that.
likes finding the matches.
So what you're telling me,
perfect.
guys, is that like there is hope on
Yeah.
the
they
horizon.
become
Yeah.
Okay.
somewhat more helpful.
Yeah. And especially when you incorporate allowance.
Oh yes.
What age do you incorporate allowance?
5.
So
5?
we kind of have like a universal basic income system.
Oh.
So you get 50 cents for each year that you're born. I mean that you're alive.
Okay.
So like Ronan is 7, so he gets like $1 more than Bryn, who is 5.
Okay.
And then we put it in something. There's an app called like It's like Rooster account, and that way they can set their own goals if there's something they're saving up for. But they also know if like they want to buy random stuff from Target, that comes out of the Rooster account too.
Yeah,
I
so you
need
can do
this thing.
cards like we do. Lincoln has 3 categories that we give him cash. We haven't given him like the card yet, but my sister was just telling us about that. So he has 2% that goes to donations, and then 10% goes to savings, and then the rest he has money I can spend. So he drops it off at the Goodwill with his
That's
old toys
awesome.
and things like that. So he knows to have his savings, his donation, and his money he can spend.
I have
Which
seen
is always
banks
on
you can
a
do that
giant-
with too, like little
Yeah.
kid banks where it's just like thirds, and then you just
That's what my
Wow.
sister was telling me about this card that so he really likes the idea of just having a card too. So you basically just front load it. It's all there. So you can.
Yeah. I love how kids don't understand that the card has money on it though. Like Fitz the other day was like, he was like, Mom, can we get tea from Starbucks? And I was just like, oh no, we don't have any money. Sorry, we can't. Like, cause I'm tired of buying a $4 tea for my kid whenever he wants it. I'm like, no, this is for special occasions. And then I also get tired of saying, this is for special occasions. Mm-hmm. So I was like, no, we just don't have any money, buddy. And he goes, no, Mom, you just swipe a card. And I was like, oh, you know what? There's no money on the cards.
That's why I do
I will
like
say
doing cash.
That gets worse.
Yeah. That's why I
Because-
do like doing cash because for now at least it gets him in that mindset.
Yeah.
And Lincoln is a saver, guys.
Oh, that's
So he
amazing.
saved for 6 weeks to get this specific toy that he wanted. And every Sunday he counted his money. Do I have enough money yet? Do I have enough money yet? And he didn't. And it's it was outrageous. I mean, yeah. So
That's amazing.
yeah, he does a good job. Really good
It's
job.
he knows a few of his numbers, but doesn't know all of them. And last year we were in Colorado and he's like, I was like, you have $19 or something, or $14, whatever. And so he was like, Mom, I want to get this Sasquatch doll. And I was like, okay. And he was like, it has a 1 on it. So I know I'm okay. And we showed him what the number,
Yeah.
19 looked like. So then he goes to the next doll and he's like, and this one has a 9. I'm gonna get this for Roro. And I was so like, oh my God, you're spending money on your sister. This is so sweet. That I finally was just like, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. And then he was like, yeah, because this has a 1 and this has a 9, so it's 19.
Yeah.
This whole thing. And I was like, no, they're both $19.
Yeah.
A piece, but you can buy that Sasquatch doll
Yeah.
from
That's really cute.
yeah.
It's really cute when they start spending money on other people. So Ryan graduated with his master's last weekend, and we're out shopping for his graduation presents. And so Lincoln had X amount from his allowance that he wanted to spend. So he got Ryan a remote control car, a
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon keychain. And Donkey Kong
That's the best.
Wii game. And I'm like, are these things that Daddy wants? He goes, oh, he loves it. He loves playing games with me. He loves it, loves
Yeah.
it, loves it. And I'm like, It's true. Like in
Yeah.
his mind, his dad's gonna love playing with this remote control car outside, and
Yeah.
Ryan did, and so it's like he's unwrapping all these presents.
Yeah.
It's just
We always let like Fitz pick out Christmas gifts and birthday gifts and
Yeah.
stuff. And they're
It's
so
awesome.
funny. He was like, Dad doesn't want candy because he's allergic to sugar. And I'm like, he's not allergic to sugar, kiddo. Wow. Hello, Rain.
yeah,
Oh, it is raining.
it's got dark there.
Yeah, I did think it got dark, and then I was like, "Oh, is it really late? Like, it's just like we've been having so much fun that like I don't even know what time it is."
We're good. We're
Yeah.
good. All right.
Oh, somebody's checking out the mom juice.
I will warn you that sometimes it's like a blessing and a curse because my kids have gotten into like fidgets from like TikTok videos.
Oh yeah.
How old are your kids?
7 and 5. So they're very close in age siblings. And so Ronan recently bought some fidgets for Bryn. And it was adorable, but it's also like they're just buying this little stuff that's gonna like get lost in
Yeah.
like 3
Yeah.
days, and then they're gonna get really mad about it. So, but it is adorable because like he's.
I
like,
don't
"I'm getting
understand the
that for you."
fidget obsession right now. Like my nieces are into it and stuff like that. It's literally the crap at the bottom of your stocking. Like, and now all of a
Yeah,
sudden the
everyone's
kids are
like,
like,
I need a fidget.
this is a collector. I have to have it.
Well, I'll say like we've had some for my daughter for like sensory reasons, and it's so funny that like these like basically like sensory
Yeah.
toys are so like popular right
Yeah.
now. Like the poppets and everything,
Yeah.
like they just are crazy over them.
I used to like so when I would need to pay attention in school, I would like take a pencil and flick it back and forth because like I had to like have that secondary thing going on in my brain, and that's just how I've always been. And so like I think a fidget spinner or like those like pop things would have been really good for me because I could have focused a lot better. But at the same time, I think I just would have played with it half the time. I would have been like, But I got like frustrated when the teacher was like, we are gonna like we're gonna review the math that we just did yesterday and we're gonna learn it again. And I was like, no, I already know how to do it. Why are we doing it again? And she's like, because everybody else needs to, Meg. And then I would sit in class for like, an hour and be like, I hate all of you. I'm so bored. And then of course I would get in trouble because I was bored. So I was like, you guys you're still learning. And I would get in so much trouble from it because I would just have to do something.
Well, now you could have had like 700 fidgets and
and
then
like
lost
all
400
of them. My
And
parents would have been so excited. They would have been like, cool. And now that you need another one.
yeah.
Another? And then, they would have been nice about it. And they would have been like, oh, no, go fuck yourself. Under their breasts. It's like when you walk away from your
The
kid and you're like
best parent.
hiding in the bathroom
Right.
eating the chocolate. Like, they're never going to see me.
Yeah, I did get myself, they have the dark chocolate Reese Cup Thins. And I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. I'll get that. And I've literally shared only like 1 or 2 with my children this week. It's like a family size thing. And then just like after bedtime, I've been like, I'm going to have a couple.
Yeah, it's always right after bedtime when it's like the worst time for you to eat chocolate because you're going to gain weight and you're like, yeah, but
If
my
it's dark
kids aren't
chocolate,
here.
it's not that bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
yeah,
it's
so I'm
like
going to
health
tell
food,
myself that
basically.
when I'm eating the Ghirardelli like chocolate bar.
Yeah. I was going to say, since it's Reese's, it would definitely not be health food for you. But
I will steer clear of Reese's. I actually like don't know what I'm really missing. Like, I mean, I do, but I don't. So, Roro got a necklace too.
oh, she's happy about it.
I know. We didn't have her on because she just says hello. She goes, hi.
All right. So, what is the best mom quarantine story that you guys have?
I had a baby. Pushed a baby out.
I'm sorry, that doesn't count.
Oh,
I'm talking
okay.
about something that's funny, not graphic. Like the best.
None of my.
Like handling your kids during COVID was a big deal.
Yeah.
And Lincoln, when your children have to wear masks and they don't really understand why they can't go to the playground.
Yeah,
things like
that
that.
was tough. Yeah.
Lincoln, and they had caution tape all over ours. I don't know about by you guys. And Lincoln said, he goes, "Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea." And we go, "What, buddy?" He goes, "I just wear my mask."
Oh,
Man, you know, so the tough moments of obviously they don't teach you how to be a mom like in school or anything. We learn from our parents and life experience and our friends and things like that. But nobody
those look fancy.
nobody could learn how to be a mom during a
a
global
pandemic?
pandemic.
Yeah, like what were you supposed to do?
So-
Hold on, let me like reach back to 1913.
Yeah.
Got some mojitos here.
Yes.
Awesome. Are you guys done with?
Yes.
All right.
Please, are we done with the last one?
Thank you so
we
much.
are.
This is Lisa, one of our wonderful bartenders who recently got engaged.
Congratulations. Oh, that
Yeah,
ring is
girl.
nice. Show
It's
the world.
gorgeous.
Show the world, girl.
It's gorgeous. Right there. Gorgeous.
Did a great job. Love you, honey.
Nice.
He's like, I'm watching. No, he's definitely
So
not
what do we
watching.
have here?
It's a mojito.
Nice. A
Oh,
mojito.
a
Little extra
mojito.
ginger and
Thanks,
Ooh.
girl.
Little
I'm all
smidge
about
extra
ginger.
from
spice.
our garden.
Yes.
Oh.
Thank
Wait, is it the mint from over here?
I just
Yeah.
cut it.
The strawberry mint? Oh my God, girl, I've been waiting to
Dreams
use
do come
this.
true.
Ah,
Yes.
Thank you.
y'all.
Thank you. She's amazing.
Thank you.
Come and see her and tip her a bunch of money. She's awesome.
Oh my God.
Like, she's amazing.
That's such a good
So
one.
strawberry
That is good.
mint mojito.
Mojito. I like that. we
That's
should
true.
like
did
put
cheers,
that on
though.
there.
Should we
Yeah,
do
cheers.
again?
Oh my god.
I know,
So good.
right?
So good. I grew orange mint last summer. It was amazing.
I need to use
Strawberry
that
mint
pineapple.
like blows my mind.
The strawberry mint actually smells like strawberry mint, and the
good.
pineapple mint
Yeah.
actually smells like I feel like I'm in like Willy Wonka. You're like, it's for real, and then you put it in a
is
drink,
awesome.
and you're like, yes,
This is
it is for
delicious.
real.
This is really good. So
I saw the pizza.
mojito
It
with
was like,
strawberry.
is the pizza for
mint.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, so fun, horrible. Like, I had such highs and lows. I mean, on one hand, it was so wonderful to have that time with him, and we did hiking, and we pitched our tent in our front yard one day and left it up, and it was. We got to have so many different adventures, but then there's also the moments where we can't take you to the Children's Museum.
Yeah.
We can't go to the park, buddy.
I
And
think-
like explaining that.
Yeah.
I think for us, one of the like weirdest, like most hilarious things that I kind of saw from like other parents too is like at the beginning of the pandemic, just to get like to do something. A lot of people, like families around us with kids our age, started playing like Pokemon Go, and like the kids
yeah.
were really into it super early on. But then it like the kids lost interest, but like the parents were still
Yeah,
playing
that
it.
was me.
And so yeah, I still literally play Pokemon Go, and my kids are like, "Oh, we have
Mom.
How
we have
is
to go there.
that-
Oh, this is a hot spot,
Is that
girl. Get it
kind
out.
of the same?
to good to know."
Is like geocaching? Like what?
No, it's not that
It's
cool.
totally different.
No, but it is pretty similar. Like, so
Okay.
you
'Cause
have an
that
app
seems
and
super
you're
fun
like,
to me.
you go to different places and like, you just, yeah.
You catch Pokemon.
Catch
There are
Pokemon.
gyms. You can drop Pokemon often. You
Like
can,
physically, they have them there, like geocaching, or this
No,
is like
it's
on your
just
app.
all on the app.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's just like you're basically.
I'm completely judging both of you right now.
That's okay.
I'm
Judge,
just
judge
kidding.
me,
I'm
girl.
just
I don't
kidding.
care. You
I'm
know
just
I'm
kidding.
gonna
So
still
it's
play
like
it
a
after this.
virtual scavenger hunt.
basically.
Yeah. And we did like the Harry Potter one.
That's
which
awesome, though.
Was like super fun. And one day Fitz was like driving and he was like, "Dad, can we go to Starbucks? I need a black tea." And Scott's like, "Yeah, sure, buddy." And this was like before the pandemic, which is really sad that it was before the pandemic. And then he goes, "Yeah, Dad." He gets the black tea and they're driving home and he's like, "Dad, we have to stop there to drink our black tea at the forest," which is like this like Smith nature path. It's literally like not even a full acre, but Fitz loves it. He thinks it's his, domain. And he's like, "Okay, we get to play Pokemon or we get to play Harry Potter." And Scott was like, "What is Harry Potter?" And I had like not even told Scott because I was like, man, if Scott's gonna never let this down. And so he like, once the pandemic happened, he was like, "Want to play that Harry Potter thing? You want to play some Pokemon Go?" I don't. But Scott was back at work. Like, within 3 weeks, Scott was back at work. Like, because Monroe was like 3 weeks old. So we had her, and then 2 weeks later, we were in the hospital with her. And she had a 105-degree fever, and it was like a Thursday night at 11 o'clock, and I put her in the car with no gas in my car and was like, we got to get to the hospital right now. So we get her to the ER. I mean, they were like, we don't know what's going on. And because this could be COVID, we have to take every precaution.
Oh, we didn't really even understand a lot about it.
Yeah, they had no idea. So they were like, literally, she sneezed in the room, and they were like, oh, fuck. Everybody's got COVID. You know, because like no one knew what was really going to happen. And so they were wearing hazmat suits the whole time. They were like, we need you to leave the room, but you can't go anywhere else. So we have another room for you to go in. So they got another room for me to go in, did a spinal tap on her, ran buku blood work. I think they said at the time, and then they sent us up to infectious disease for the weekend. So she was on just huge amounts of antibiotics to fight whatever it was because they didn't know.
Yeah.
And finally, like within 24 hours, they got the fever under control, and they were like, we still don't know what's causing this. Like her body is like trying to fight something, but you know, we need to test for COVID. And like when you hear that, like, and you have a 2-week-old baby, you're like, it still chokes me up to think about it because you're like, I might lose my child. Like, oh my God, this is so fucking
so
scary.
Early on, there's no data.
Yeah. There's nothing. I mean, this was when you were going to the grocery store and you were afraid to touch like the cereal box because somebody might have touched it before you, and you were like wearing rubber gloves. What do I do?
I wore gloves when I went into the store. And then I was wiping down my door handle on my car and wiping down my steering wheel and like key fob.
And you're like letting the groceries sit in the garage. Like luckily it was cold out. So we're like, let's let the groceries sit in the garage or the car for 3 hours at least, or maybe even 24. And so it was like, you know, we're sitting in there, and all of a sudden like DeWine that Friday is like, so we're going to close down everything on Monday. And you're just like, that includes my business. Okay, cool. What's going on? Like, and then the nurses were so nice. They were like, you need to have like somebody go drop off toilet paper at your house because people are hoarding it. And we were like, toilet paper? What? And I think my brother had dropped some off for us, like, just because he had a bunch and he did hoard it. And I think he hoarded it long before. I know he's probably not watching, but he might be. So sorry, Brett. I just called you out in front of the whole world. But like, and then they were like, you also need to go and get diapers and wipes. And I was like, why would people hoard diapers and wipes? So they sent us home with a bunch of diapers and like 5 packs of wipes. And they were like, you might be able to find wipes. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I mean, we're probably still going to be able to order Amazon, right? Like,
right.
So I get to Target, and this lady, and this is my horror story, that like my son, I had picked him up from his grandparents, and he had to come to Target with me. There was like no other option at that time. And we're in Target, and this lady's like on the phone, I am just like buying baby wipes just in case I run out of toilet paper. I bought like 48 rolls of toilet paper, and I literally just like went psycho. I hadn't slept in like 3 days, by the way. So before anyone judges me, I was sleep deprived. And I looked at her and I was like, are you kidding me? You might want to turn my mic down because I might get heated still. And I was like, no, you don't get to just like go and take this. This is for kids. This is not for you. These wipes are for kids, and there's only 2 packets left, and I'm taking 1, and you need to leave that for the next mom. Because whereas you can probably jump in and out of the shower really quickly after you use the bathroom, kids can't. Not every time. And I'm sorry. Put it back. And I might have said some curse words in there, but I'm trying to like refrain.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe it's like a 100% definitely called her the B word. And she literally like had tears in her eyes, and she was like, I didn't think of that. I'm so sorry. And then and as she says it, she's still standing there with it like in her cart. And I was like, put it back. And then she just like slowly reaches in her cart, like puts it back. And I was like, okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I also like not slept in 3 days. I'm really sorry. Like
It's so hard to like. I
You
probably
had-
would have done the same thing.
Oh
You
my
know, I
God,
mean,
I
it
was
was
so
so weird, you know? I
It
mean,
was
and then you have
weird.
people that are like, oh, it's a hoax, it's this or that. So we decided pretty early on to just tell Lincoln.
yeah.
He's pretty young, you know, still. I mean, he's turning 6 this July. So he was asking a lot of questions, and I'm not going to. We just decided not to lie to him. So we told him. We told him that there was a virus, you know, and I mean, obviously we're not going to be graphic with our
Yeah.
child, but we told him. And so he went through that whole year with us. He, when Joe Biden won, he goes, Mom, Dad, we just voted for him and then he won. And he's running around the house and he's like, Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Biden, you know, and like he understood what a virus was suddenly. We found this great, it was on YouTube actually, and it was this great tool to explain viruses, and it had this little cartoon character and purple and pink, and you know, and it showed the different viruses and Ebola and this and that, and it was comparing sizes and things like that. And so suddenly he got really into science.
Yeah,
and so
that's
my
great.
sister lives in Missouri, and she started sending him science kits, and then he has a lab coat with his name on it.
Yes.
And when the vaccine started coming out, I came home from work. I was working here, and I walked in the door, and he goes, Mom, you're never gonna believe this. And I'm like, what, bud? He goes, a bunch of scientists like me got together, and now there's a vaccine for the coronavirus. And like,
Freaking cute.
we went to the playground, you know, when it started to open it back up, and he would look at kids and he's like, you have to stay 6 feet away from me because of the coronavirus, but we can still play over there. And like, he adapted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think
And
that's
he's
a big
kind of
thing.
flourished in this area of science
Yeah.
that I don't know if he ever would have had this vested interest had it not been for this freakish thing that happened. So
yeah.
it's interesting how kids, I think, are way
And
more
I think
adaptable than
kids
us.
are so adaptable. I mean, the fact that like my nieces are 10 and 8 and they're fine wearing a mask. They're like, now they put a mask on and they're totally fine.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is it that like kids are totally fine wearing this mask, and then you have parents who are like, I am not going to wear that mask. And you're like,
I think I cried
on.
more about having to put a mask on my child than I did about Lincoln being upset about it, because
Yeah.
it's like, your childhood is this, you know,
Yeah.
you can't go to playgrounds this year and you have to wear masks.
but
and
we
like,
still went to, we hit
but
up,
for him, it was just like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a coronavirus. I'm going to put my
oh,
mask
Fitz
on.
thinks he's a superhero when he puts it on. He's like,
Yeah.
today I'm Batman. Like
Yeah.
today he was told his teacher when I like took him to school, he's like, I'm Superman. And
What, does
I
he
have
have Frozen on his
Superman-
mask
Yeah,
right
he's
now?
got Frozen
Elsa?
on his mask. He's like, him and, you know what?
He's gonna
If
marry that girl.
Oh, well, he married Rapunzel.
Oh.
Remember? He had a wedding. They danced. He was like, Mom, remember? We got married. We had a wedding. We danced. And then like a couple weeks ago, he was like, I think I'm going to marry Emery instead. And I was like, okay. Yeah. Did you ask her though? Like we got to ask people. We
Yeah,
don't
you
just
gotta ask.
Yeah.
It's called a proposal.
Yeah.
So how
yeah.
did your 7-year-old fare out? Because I think like we both have 5-year-olds, and then Fitzy is
Yeah.
younger. So like I feel like the younger kids kind of, but once you start being more cognitive and like,
So he's definitely like, I will say he's already a little bit more of an anxious kid even before all of this. But it's kind of like he's anxious about the situation, but also pretty understanding of it. Again, with both of my kids, you know, it's because of coronavirus and, you know, this and that. So I think it was kind of hard on him because at the time he was going to a Montessori school, and you're in the same classroom for 3 years, and you get excited to be like a kindergartner. You have this build up from like the previous years to you being the oldest kid in the class and going on all these field trips. And then all of a sudden in March, it just stopped. And, you know, he kind of, you know, his first like real year of, K through 12 education was, kind of stopped immediately because, I mean, his teachers did an amazing job, but, Zoom with kindergartners can only go so far.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was something where it's funny because I'm doing the thing where you have the Places You'll Go book,
Okay.
and
Love
you
that
have
book.
like each grade level teacher like write a message in the book.
Yeah.
And
so wonderful.
So cute.
it's awesome.
You're
I'm
doing
definitely
that
doing
for the
that.
whole.
For and then it'll be as like high school present.
Oh my god!
I'm stealing that. Can I steal that?
Yeah,
I want to steal
absolutely.
that.
It's- I
Lincoln
know,
starts
we're all, like-
kindergarten.
we're
He
like,
starts
oh.
kindergarten.
It's honestly pretty common, so you're not even stealing.
Oh, okay.
So don't feel bad.
We didn't know about that.
Like,
That's all right.
well, you got to get on Pinterest more, okay? You just got to be a Pinterest mom.
Honestly, the person who told me about
I
it
can
has
have
like
Pinterest
6
for, like,
kids, and if
baking.
she's on top of it, then I'm like, I can do this with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to your story. So you
Oh
had
yeah, so we
the teachers do that?
last week. Just because everything shut down so quickly, last week his kindergarten teacher, who is at a different school now, but she was like, I still have your book. And she was like, I was never able to get it back to you. So she's dropping it off this weekend, and then I'll be able to, take his kindergarten message, and then I'm giving it to his first grade teacher. So we've already talked about it, and she'll get to write a message in it. Brent's kindergarten teacher has her book now already, and then it's just they pick out a page and then they sign it. But it's so funny how that's something that was like a big idea, but in the event of COVID, it just kind of I forgot about it.
Your head is
Yeah.
real. Yes, your head
Yeah.
is real. Good job.
But I do recommend it because apparently my youngest kindergarten teacher said that she gets to do a lot of that. And
Oh,
she says
that's
that it
awesome.
seems like it's something that once they get through all of the years, it's something really nice that they can keep forever.
Yeah.
So it seems like
So what do you do when you get to high school though? Is it your homeroom
I guess would be
teacher,
homeroom
or
teacher, or maybe if each year maybe they're
Pick
they're
out
the
their
teacher.
favorite
the teacher
teacher
they
or
love
something.
the most? Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah. So it's just picking out
Like maybe
a page of the book.
coaches or things like that.
Just
Oh, that's
important
wonderful.
people to them who would want them to
That's
have a
awesome.
supportive
Yeah.
message.
Our coach used to give
That's
us that
awesome.
book as seniors. My volleyball coach, she would give us each one of
You know
us.
what would be really cool? I just thought about this. My husband's a teacher, and it would be really neat if a teacher started that, picked out 1 or 2 kids each year, but didn't tell them and just passed it on to the next year and the next year, so the kid didn't even know that.
Oh, that would
And
be
then
cool.
when they graduate, they get this from.
That would be very cool.
It's such a good story.
I'm gonna
We read it
cry.
all the time.
It is.
I think
Lincoln
Fitz
has
might
that
be
t-shirt.
picking it now, because it's a really
He
long
almost
book.
wore it tonight. I'm not
Oh my
kidding, but
God.
he decided on his dinosaur ice cream shirt.
Oh, well, Fitz is wearing a dinosaur shirt too.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't pick anything. I literally ran in his room in the middle of his nap and was like, "We gotta go. Put the shirt on, these pants
get
on.
out the door."
Let's go." Oh, I forgot underwear. Okay, 1 sec. We'll redo that. And then the pants were. He was like, "My pants are too tight," and I was like, "Well, we forgot underwear anyways, so we're taking them off."
All right, so we have a few more minutes here. We got about 10 minutes, and we need to touch on the mom juice.
Oh yeah.
So we do infusion jars here. Anybody who stopped by, we have a array of flavors that we create, and this one was dedicated to the moms this year. So this one here, if you can see that, it's just literally mom juice. And as butterfly pea flower, cinnamon, orange, coconut, rock candy, cranberry, all the good things. I infuse this one with rum, but I highly recommend vodka or bourbon, and it's a delicious treat. You can also infuse it with black tea,
Nice.
which
Yeah.
Meg discovered by
Yeah.
accident during a photo shoot,
Yeah.
which is delicious.
I was like, I wonder if I just pour hot water in here, what will happen? Because I need this to
Yeah.
speed. I needed was during the photo shoot for it to just speed through the process.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, well, let's just drink it. Let's just try
Yeah.
it. And then it was
Yeah.
so good as a tea.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the best tea I've ever
Yeah.
had. It's like hops. I don't know if you've ever had the wort, like before you put the hops in. Oh my God, it's the best tea in the world. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's not a tea. I know Cameron's going to kick me, but
He was on last week. He won't be
I
back
know.
for a while.
He'll
He'll
be
forget
like,
about it by then.
Meg.
But yeah, I went home and I tried all of our jars with tea. And it's so good.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, Kristen, this one's for you.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, Scott.
It's amazing.
So what is your absolute, I know there's a million reasons, so this is a super hard question. Pick one of the best things you love about being a mom.
I think for me, it's having an excuse to really like do the things that you always say you're going to do, but that you don't quite get around to. It's a little less like obviously, it's more family friendly things.
Yeah.
But like one thing that we were planning to do that actually got pushed aside was going to City Museum in St. Louis. And it's something I've always wanted to do for a while. And now that the kids are old enough, like they have been to Otherworld and like absolutely adored it. And so I know that's an experience that they would just, dive right into. So if it was just me, I'd probably be like, if I ever go to St. Louis, I'll go there. But now that they're around and I want them to have those experiences, even just not things as big as like going to other states, but it just like is that extra push to go visit places or do things that you might have just kept on your bucket list without really getting around to.
That's awesome. Meg?
Mine's like I get to play. Like I'm a kid at heart, so like for me, like getting to hang out with Fitz and play games with him is like, oh my God, this is so much fun. Like I'm loving this. But then there are days where you're like, oh God, I can't. But most of the time you're like, do you want to build a fort? Like you're like the one who's like, do you want to build a fort? You do? Okay, let's do it. Or you're like, do you want to go to the Sasquatch Museum? It's cool now that you're here.
Yeah.
We might have gone every single time.
Oh, you want some old-timey candy too? Okay, yeah, me too. Okay.
Yeah, okay, you need me to eat this candy with you? Fine, I'll do it. Yeah.
Fine, we'll go to the ice cream store.
These are for you guys.
Aww.
They're just not specific.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, they smell fancy.
I love flowers.
Right?
Aw, thanks, Meg.
I meant to have them out, but since I have children, I was obviously running late. It's like the mom excuse. You're like, you guys, that's one thing. I hated running late. I hate running late, and I'm late all the time. Yeah, like I will literally leave like a half-hour block for me to get out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Ryan got home from work, and I said, I don't want to be rude, but we can talk about our days when we get in the car.
let's go. Bye.
I made good timing, and I was like, oh, that's probably because I wasn't like corralling children.
Yeah,
into the
you're
car.
like, I just need to get into the car. Like just me.
like it's amazing.
Yeah, you somehow make it places like 20 minutes early, and then you're like, I might just sit on my phone. I might check out Facebook. My job is to check out Facebook and social media, and I'm like, I never have time to look at other breweries. I'm like, oh god, they're doing the same thing as us. Like, oh, okay, cool. Cool. Thank you
We'll
for
go check it out after this podcast.
Thank you for
Don't worry about it.
Thank you for copying me once again. I appreciate it.
We've got our wigs on standby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one of the things I enjoy about, there's just so many things. But one of the things I think is really special is seeing how he reacts in the world.
Yeah.
Those moments where you catch him on the playground helping somebody up, and you catch him saying please or thank you, and you catch him saying, my name's, Lincoln Kramer. What's yours?
Yeah.
It's
so
I'm a
cute.
scientist, and like seeing this, like, it really puts this value on what you do matters.
Yeah.
What you say matters. How you respect yourself matters. Like all these things prior to having kids, you didn't think really mattered in life.
Yeah.
And so I think it is really special seeing that like everything matters.
Yeah.
Everything matters, you know.
I'd say that's like the best and the scariest, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
You know, it's the best if you do it right. No, I'm just kidding.
So
Don't
never
make a
curse.
mistake. No, but even
And also know that you are going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're definitely gonna fuck it up.
oh yeah,
Sorry.
and Ryan and I, my husband and I, were a firm advocates to apologize to your children. If you fuck it up, own it and
yeah.
apologize to your kids.
Because they're not gonna learn any other
Yep.
way unless you're like,
Yep.
hey, speaking of, there's my mom.
Yep.
Hey, mom. Hey, mom.
And to say, you know, I'm
should get
sorry
her on.
in that moment.
Right.
Mom, Aunt. She's not gonna hear me.
Can't hear you because she literally doesn't have
That's like a
headphones on.
husband text. Oh.
We got about 3 minutes.
So,
But yeah, like just teaching them empathy and compassion, and that we failed too, and that's okay.
yeah,
It's really special.
absolutely.
I'm like, guys, this is gonna be so fun. We're having like the OG on here.
Right?
The
This
OG
is like
of OGs.
3 generations in one
I know.
podcast.
I'm like, you guys, she made me. I mean, she might have fucked up a lot. Mom, come on in. Put your headphones on.
Oh yeah,
You can
we've
just
only
wait.
got
No,
we've
we
only
like
got
2
2
minutes.
minutes.
We got 2 minutes.
That's
You're
all right.
good.
So what do I do? Just talk.
I asked the final question. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I asked the final question. What is, if you can pick something, what stands out to you as being just a moment about being a mom? What is the best thing? I know there's 100,000,000 things about being a mom that's wonderful, but if you can pick something that makes it,
And it can be like being a grandma.
I think.
yeah.
Oh, I love being a grandma, but I loved being a mom. That's just kind of.
Thanks, Mom.
I think everything.
Yeah.
Family. Fun. It's just fun. Joyful.
She's gonna cry. She's a crier.
I'm going to cry. I've already
I'm
cried
gonna
like
cry.
3 times. I've cried like twice already, so
Mom, the kids were on.
yeah.
Oh, they're so cute. They're
Yeah.
just
They talked about
adorable.
Sasquatch and dinosaurs.
Yeah,
and
it was Lincoln and Fitz, so they were just chatting with each
Oh,
other,
that's
and
so sweet. I
it was
know,
wonderful.
They're
Yeah.
great kids. Great. I'm lucky. I have 3 really great kids. And,
Two.
Great
one.
in-laws.
One. You only have one really good kid. But I know
Like
it's
one
Brett.
super amazing kid.
My kids think they're the
We
only
all know
one
it's
thinks they're
Brad.
the only child.
don't we all? I was the
know.
middle child, so I kind of learned to be like, growing
too.
up, like,
Me too,
okay,
girl.
Megan too. Megan was the
Yeah.
middle
all right, that's fair,
And
you
they
know,
always say
but
their brother's the perfect child, and he is.
It's so
I
true.
feel like
Put it out there.
the
He
middle
is.
child though
Yeah.
is the best communicator.
Yes.
Yes. That's because we just say whatever
Yeah.
the hell
What's
is on
that?
our mind.
What's that book about? Like the 360 manager. You know, you have to learn to talk up, down, all around. You know,
Yeah.
you have
Oh,
to
that's
hit
true.
all
That's
angles
really
as a
true.
middle child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really
That's why we're so
There's
awesome.
a lot of manipulation going on there.
Because we had to tell our brother, we had to like convince my perfect brother, how to like do something, and then we're like, but Brooke, you have to do the exact same, and it's fine. You guys are both gonna lie about this to my
Yeah.
parents. I'm
Oh yeah,
going to be the
corroborating
getaway
your
driver.
stories. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're like,
it was
how do
real
I get
fun
this
when
girl
we
who's 5
realized-
years younger than me and this guy who's 2 years older than me to like both go along with whatever the hell it is, and then you're like, okay, we can do this. And then I totally got caught. Neither of them would ever get caught for anything.
Monkey in the middle.
No, they
I know.
really. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of
Literally.
true.
I'm lucky. I had really good kids too. I mean, even in high school, and I
Well.
could knock on wood. I never really had.
I'm a firm believer that everything rolls downhill. So
Yeah.
that's a testament to you.
And this is my little guy here.
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, literally, my
All
son
right.
is
Well,
like,
we are about out of time.
yeah.
Thank you
we
for
are.
letting me come in.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
coming
so
on, Mom.
much.
This was impromptu. I didn't even know you were coming tonight.
We just
Thank you.
decided to,
Yeah.
I tried to get it on Facebook, and we just thought, well, let's just go down there. The kids are there, and we'll see what's going on. And they're banging at the door now. So
Yeah.
they know
Yeah.
Grandma's here.
We've got to get to our
Yeah.
children. So-
My kids are gonna be like, can we go stay at grandma's now? And I'm like,
You're like,
yeah, okay, sorry, yes, bye,
yes.
bye.
All right. Well, thank you so much
Oh, thank
for
you.
joining us last minute.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you everybody
Happy
for watching.
Mother's Day to
Nice to
all
meet
the
you.
mamas out there.
Yeah.
Happy
All
Mother's
right.
Day.
Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Bye.